Hello, thank you for joining us to learn more about the Department of Resident Life and On-Campus Housing. My name is Dan Harefield, and I am the Coordinator for Recruitment and Outreach Programs with the Department of Resident Life at the University of Maryland. Congratulations on your admission to the university. We are happy that you are interested in learning more about on-campus living. We are proud of our truly once-in-a-lifetime experience both within our residence halls and overall here at the University of Maryland. As we proceed, this presentation will help to highlight our on-campus Maryland residential experience and all of the details you need to know to make your decision about hopefully joining us here at the University of Maryland this upcoming fall semester. The community here at the University of Maryland is one full of opportunities. As the state's flagship institution, we are one of the members of the Association of American Universities and the Big Ten Conference. Consistently, we rank among the top of the nation's premier public research universities. In addition, the university is conveniently located between two major cities, providing access to an extensive combination of cultural, entertainment, educational, and internship opportunities. The on-campus living experience, or the Maryland residential experience as we like to call it, provides our students the opportunity to be immersed in the Terrapin community and among peers experiencing similar journeys of their own. We will certainly mention this again, but you can apply now at reslife.umd.edu. Our priority deadline to apply for on-campus housing is May 1st. As a university of over 30,000 students, our residential program is home to over 12,000 undergraduate students between our on-campus residence halls and our public-private partnership communities. Students living in the residence halls represent a culturally rich and diverse campus, hailing from 42 states, including Washington, D.C., in 48 different countries. The on-campus residential experience offers a unique environment to engage and live with people who are different from oneself and provides opportunities to learn about yourself and others. The Department of Resident Life provides housing options for students during their first and second years of their undergraduate experience. Students entering into the junior and senior years who have lived on campus for their first 2 years will have priority access into our capstone properties, South Campus Commons and Courtyards at Maryland. Our Off-Campus Housing Services Office also offers support and services for students seeking alternative housing options in and around the College Park area. We have 48 on-campus residential buildings divided into 6 distinct residential communities. Housing options across these buildings include traditional style, long corridor housing with shared bathrooms, semi-suite style housing, suites, and apartments. The South Campus Commons and Courtyards communities are comprised of all apartment style living. While we do not have a live-on requirement, 94% of our first-year students choose to live on campus. Living on helps students to transition smoothly while meeting new people and being close to classes and university resources. In service to our students is a mighty team of professional and student staff. Our over 90 full-time professional and graduate staff members include representatives who provide support directly in the residence halls and coordinate programs and services to enhance the on-campus experience. In addition, we employ over 500 student staff, including our resident assistants and community assistants who engage our students in the residence halls themselves, our math coaches and multicultural advocates who help to support the academic mission of the university, and a number of additional student administrative positions to support other operations across our department. So if you're looking for an on-campus job, consider the Department of Resident Life. As I alluded to earlier, there are 5 key elements that we believe truly support the success of our Maryland residential experience. This experience provides complete access to all the university has to offer and positions students to be fully immersed in the Maryland community. It is truly all about the facts. The first element I would like to highlight is the opportunity for students to develop friendships and connections. We provide an atmosphere to encourage students to learn and grow together as they learn from the diverse cultural and life experiences of their peers. Our goal is to support our students finding new friendships that will hopefully grow into unbreakable bonds that will last a lifetime. In support of the academic mission of the university, we infuse various academic support services into our residential program. Throughout the residence halls, we have lounges for students to use for individual and group study. Our residence hall staff also reinforces quiet hours in the evenings to help maintain an atmosphere conducive to proper sleep and study. Programmatically, we house 18 living learning programs throughout the residence halls, which blend together co-curricular learning with the development of community for students in each of these programs. Additionally, Resident Life facilitates an academic coaching program called Math Success, which meets every Sunday through Thursday in the evenings during the academic year. Our Math Success coaches help students navigate a number of common and challenging math courses through one-on-one and group assistance. Staff are available to provide support to students in order to make the grade. When choosing where to live in College Park, cost and convenience are certainly important factors for you to consider. We maintain all-inclusive pricing with our residence halls and utilize a differential rate structure so that you pay for the type of accommodations for which you are registered. For example, if you are living in a traditional air-conditioned double, you will be paying a little less than a student living in a suite or apartment. Additionally, the on-campus residential experience puts you in the middle of all the campus has to offer. Classes, extracurricular activities, and so much more are just outside the front door of your residence hall, providing easy access to all of your campus needs. As some say, it's all about the location, and living on campus positions you to be in the center of it all. Our professional and student staff are available to you 24/7. We have 25 full-time live-in resident directors that serve in the offices during the day and as part of a multi-level on-call rotation for crisis response and emergency management in the evenings and on weekends. As mentioned previously, we have an extensive student staff contributing to the development of our residential communities, serving as part of the crisis response team, and connecting students to resources across our campus. Additionally, our residential facilities team is available 24/7 as well to address any facilities needs reported to them by our staff and students. The Maryland residential experience ultimately strives to provide a safe and comfortable space to call your home away from home while studying here at the University of Maryland, while also providing a diverse and engaging atmosphere to grow as an individual. There are many opportunities to get involved on campus and right within your residence hall community, including our Residence Hall Association and National Residence Hall Honorary Student Organizations. Events hosted by these student groups and our staff help to expand the opportunities to connect and learn together. Now on to the details regarding applying for on-campus housing. First and foremost, it is important to remember that the priority deadline to submit your on-campus housing and dining agreement is May 1st. Meeting this deadline is important to guarantee your placement for on-campus housing. You do not need to confirm your admission to the university in order to submit your on-campus housing and dining agreement. As you go through the application, you will complete several categories of information to help our assignments office process your details when they move into the placement process. While you will not be able to specifically request a room or building, you will be able to indicate some preferences for housing type and indicate any special accommodations or needs you may have. Students in living learning programs are still required to complete the form, but will have predetermined housing locations based on their specific program. After the priority deadline, your housing profile will allow you to update your information for any roommate preferences you may have beyond the initial questions asked on the application. You will be able to specify a requested roommate or use the housing portal to search for potential roommates. It is important to note that requested roommates will need to be in the same living learning program situation as you, either both of you in the same program or neither of you in any living learning program. This is required in order for the assignments office to be able to honor the requests, as certain parts of residential communities are pre-designated for specific living learning programs. More information will be emailed to students after May 1st to highlight the roommate process in more detail. Also included in the preferences are options for mixed gender or gender-inclusive housing. Our mixed gender housing options include spaces where the individual rooms are still single gender and the bathrooms on the floor remain single gender, but the rooms can alternate male-female as you walk down the hallway. Gender-inclusive housing includes units, specifically suites and apartments, where all students in the unit have agreed to the living arrangement and can assign themselves in their bedrooms in whichever arrangements they choose regardless of gender. These options provide students with more flexibility to meet their housing preferences. Again, don't forget the priority deadline is May 1st. Our Maryland residential experience is crafted in a way to focus on the first 2 years of the student experience. As such, housing is only guaranteed for first and second year students who meet the deadlines and follow the agreement processes. While there are some exempted groups of students who can remain in the residence halls beyond their second year, mainly live-in staff and students in specific programs and scholarships, juniors and seniors have additional options to explore as they prepare for the latter half of their college experience. Rising juniors and seniors have priority access to the South Campus Commons and Courtyards communities if they lived on campus for their first 2 years. Additionally, all students can access our Off-Campus Housing Services office and the database we support of off-campus properties and private landlords. Now let's take a look at our on-campus housing options. The north end of our campus includes 3 main communities: Cambridge, Ellicott, and Denton, with approximately 5,500 students living between the 12 buildings. The Cambridge community is home to the College Park Scholars Program, while Hagerstown Hall in the Ellicott community is home to the University Honors Program in the Honors College. The additional living learning programs listed on the slide each have their homes in different areas of Ellicott and Denton communities. The majority of the residence halls on North Campus are traditional style hallways with communal bathrooms. All of the high-rise buildings have their own service desks. Students living in the 3 smaller buildings in the Cambridge community have access to the service desks in the high-rise buildings to acquire any information or services they need. Oakland Hall in the Denton community contains a combination of both traditional style housing and semi-suite style, which is 2 bedrooms with an adjoining bathroom. South Campus also contains 3 communities: North Hill, South Hill, and Leonardtown, offering a variety of all types of housing options for the approximately 3,600 students in residence. The living learning programs listed on the slide are all housed in the North Hill community. The North Hill community is mostly traditional style housing, with the exceptions of Prince Frederick Hall, which includes both traditional and semi-suite styles, and St. Mary's Hall, which has apartment-style housing and is home to the Language House. The South Hill community includes a combination of mostly suite and apartment-style housing, with the exception of our 1 all-female traditional style building, Cecil Hall. The Leonardtown community is located directly behind Fraternity Row and includes all apartment-style living. As mentioned previously, we also provide housing through a public-private partnership in the South Campus Commons and Courtyards communities. Both communities are apartment-style and sit on opposite ends of the campus. One of the truly exciting developments on our campus is the construction of 2 new residence halls and a new dining hall on North Campus. The buildings are scheduled to open in the next few years and will help us continue to provide quality housing to our students and work to continue renovating and modernizing our existing residence halls over the next decade. Now for a few tips regarding applying for on-campus housing. Submit early. While the priority deadline to apply for housing is May 1st, you can submit your application anytime between now and then. The insert date of your application does make a difference in the processing of placements when we get to that part of the process. Assignments are made in part by the date order that the agreement is received. Once you have submitted your on-campus housing and dining agreement and confirmed your admission to the university, there is a $25 application fee that is billed directly to your student account. If you have submitted your housing agreement and decide not to confirm your enrollment by May 1st, no worries. Your agreement will automatically be canceled. The on-campus housing and dining agreement includes a step to select your dining plan. This is a requirement for living on campus, but you can make adjustments to your plan after submitting the agreement by contacting dining services directly. To submit your on-campus housing and dining agreement today, please visit reslife.umd.edu/apply. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the Maryland residential experience. If you would like additional information, please check out our website at reslife.umd.edu. You can also contact our Assignments and Public Inquiry Office at 301-314-2100 or reslife@umd.edu.